Hello, Samson here. So it's another edition of book reviews. In today's book review this week, I was studying Barbara Whitman and Jerry Sieberman's Small Business Survival. So it's basically dealing with a lot of small businesses which are starting out or rather operating, and how best they can be able to work around the survival of how their businesses going to be run, or how the businesses are run. So the book is broken down into three parts. So the first part is dealing with the attitude of a business owner, and then the second part is dealing with the financials of the business, and then the third part is dealing with unforeseen circumstances and then the protections that you need in case your business goes into some sort of disasters and all that. So the human side of the business is the first part. Diving right into chapter 1, we're dealing with the adjustment of your attitude as a business owner. So you need to develop basically a right mindset for you to be able to thrive as a business owner in your business. The lessons which I got from the first part when it comes to developing an attitude of a positive mindset towards business is, you need, as a business owner, you need to have the business owner mindset and not an employee mindset. Those are basically two different mindsets to employ. So your business is not your hobby, it is something that you're working at full time. In order for you to thrive, you need to set goals for your business and then make sure that you're following through your goals. In chapter 2 of the book, we're dealing with delegating effectively. So in last week's book, I think we're talking about delegation, and that if you need your business to grow and everything, then you basically need to learn the art of delegation. This is important because as a if a business has to grow, then it cannot only be done or worked around by one person, because you need different skills from different professions and from different experts in order for the certain aspects of your business that you need to grow to be worked around. So some of the lessons here, you need to understand why it is important to delegate. You need to decide to whom you're going to delegate, and then you need to create procedures and follow up methods on how effectively you think the work you're supposed to delegate is going to be handled. Then we are also looking into how to overcome the excuses which are there when it comes to delegating, because there are excuses to delegation where I know you think you're the best person for the job at all times, but if the business has to grow, then there is need to delegate. And then apart from delegation, in chapter 3 we are dealing with the fact that you need to turn to experts. So there are different types of experts that a business needs in order to thrive and grow. There are attorneys which you can go to, there are accountants which your business needs, there are bankers, and then these insurance guys, IT consultants and the like, and then you need board advisors as well. So lessons basically from here are, you need to create a stable of experts, so those which I've highlighted already, and then you need to find experts whom you can rely on in order for your business to work out and thrive. And you need to use resources that can be able to help you out to grow the business. And then you need also, when a business grows to a certain extent, to use a board of advisors in order to help you grow your business, because you basically need the information that those big guys have. In chapter 4 we are dealing with the management of time. Basically time is money, and that is where the whole argument lies. So in order to understand why this is important, the lessons I got is, you need to understand the importance of the management of your time. So having understood that, you need to schedule your time very well, because all of us have got like 24 hours in a day to do everything that we are supposed to get done. And then you need to learn how to delegate your load. So time management is also linked to the delegation of your work and the load that you have. Then you need to reduce all your clusters. Everything that disturbs you has to be worked on or delegated, and then you need to schedule how you're going to spend your free time and everything. Part 2 of the book is dealing with the financial side of the business. And then in chapter 5, we're dealing with monitoring of cash flow. So cash flow is king. Basically, it's one of the lifebloods of a business. So the point of tracing your cash flow is not to get a fix on your money, but it is rather to make sure that there is a tap of money when you need it. So it's not just so that you can be disciplined and all that, but when you need the money, then it's something that's going to be able to apply when you need it. So you need to understand the cash flow cycle. So a cash flow cycle basically is defined as the time taken for the conversion of a sale into cash. Lessons basically on cash flow. In order to increase the cash flow that has your business gripped and moving, you basically need to have an increase of what is coming in and then a decrease on what is moving out of your business. In chapter 6 of the book, we are dealing with extend credit and stay on top of collection. So basically how your resources are collected in business. The lessons behind here, you need to understand the importance of having everything that is a resource to your business is going to be collected. So the different methods to employ using collection agencies and all those. So you need to check your customers' credit histories in order to understand if you really want to work with the people you want to work with or not. And then you need to adopt a smart invoicing policy. So this reduces on the time and then the resources needed actually for you to be able to get back the resources which your business need to thrive. And then you can also employ collection agencies to collect on your behalf if you do not have those skill sets. And then you also need to assess your legal options. So the people who are going to help you in your collections legally. Chapter 7, we are dealing with building and maintaining credit and then debt restructuring. So it is interesting to note that when you get out of debt, then you get out of danger. About 90% of businesses run on credit. One way or another, a business needs some sort of credit in order for them to be able to thrive. So what happens here is you need to understand and look at the importance of your credit rating as a business. So a credit rating is basically a score that is attached to you. When it is high, then you are like a business that easily pays back whatever credit you have and all that. So you need to understand the importance of this rating as a company, and then you need to repair your personal credit and then detach it from the business credit itself. And then you need to establish good credit for yourself and for the business. In chapter 8, we're looking at you meeting your tax obligations. If you're in Zambia, we're dealing with ZRA and whatnot. So you need to understand the different types of taxes that are available, and then the different aspects of companies which are registered and what type of company is yours running, and basically be prepared to do up your tax obligations. In chapter 9, we are dealing with growing your business with successful marketing strategies. So next to doing the right thing, the most important thing is for people to know that you're doing the right thing. I think that's Benjamin Franklin, if I'm not mistaken, who said that. The thing when it comes to marketing, basically the process of marketing, or marketing itself, is defined as an overall process in which customers get the goods and services from you, and then which they want, but then you get paid for offering the goods or service, then you make a profit at the end of the day. So there is this whole process that is attached to marketing. Marketing and advertisement are two different things, because advertising itself falls under marketing. So the process of marketing encompasses of having created a marketing plan and then having done your market research very well. It's also dealing with the pricing that you're going to employ as a business when you're offering different services, different forms of pricing that you can attach. That is, you working on an hourly basis. You can do a unit per sale, and different types of pricings which you can easily attach to that. And then also sales is under marketing, and then advertisement, public relations, and all those issues related to marketing. In chapter 10 and part 3 of the book, where we're dealing with an expected side of the business, these are disaster types of businesses. So in chapter 10, we're dealing with using legal protections. A business is going to go through different phases, and then you're going to get to meet different things, but then you need to set up your protections, right? So set up your business protection in order to stay out of trouble at all times, and then you need to take legal steps to protect your intellectual property as a business when you're dealing with trademarks and different stuff that has to do with anything that has to do with your intellectual property. And then you need to learn the law, because your ignorance is not going to be used as a defense. In chapter 11, we're dealing with carrying enough insurance. So there are different kinds of insurance options which are available for your business. There is health insurance, there is disability insurance, and all those different kinds. But then what's important is to determine the type of coverage that you need as a business, and then you need to check the ways in which to minimize the cost of the same insurance. And then you're also looking at understanding the steps you need to take in order to be able to get the coverage that you need. And then the last chapter, chapter 12, is dealing with planning for catastrophes and disaster recovery. So there's some facts which have been displayed. So it's like 10% of bankruptcies of a business are a result of disasters that happen, and then up to about 38% of businesses are actually insured against all these foreseen disasters or unforeseen circumstances which might come. But then there are like 3 things to pay attention to when you need to handle disasters and the like. So there is the prevention measures that you could take, and then there is survival in case things happen, and then the last thing is you need to take steps in order to recover whatever losses you might have had. So basically, these are some of the insights which small business survival has to offer. That is from Barbara Whitman and Jerry Sieberman. So till we meet in the next segment, I am checking out.